I see you. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've journaled your dream husband down to his favorite cologne, and yet you're still waiting. You've asked God, when will you send me my husband? But what if I told you that your waiting season isn't a punishment? It's a time for preparation. First things first. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Dr. Patricia Shaw, your resident relationship coach, and over here, it's all things faith, family, and fellowship with the Father. And in today's video, we're talking about why God's timing is perfect, how to find peace and joy while waiting, and signs that you're ready for the marriage you're praying for. And by the end of this video, you'll not only feel encouraged, you'll have some practical steps to make this waiting season a season of power. And trust me, that's what you want. So grab your journal, and you know what I do over here. I already have mine. Hit that like button and let's dive in. Number one, the purpose of the waiting season. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength." Waiting isn't just about passing time. It's about what you do with that time. Are you becoming the woman who's ready to steward a godly marriage? Let's look at the biblical example of Ruth. Ruth didn't sit around complaining about being single. She positioned herself in the field, worked diligently, and honored Naomi. Because she was faithful in the waiting, she was found by Boaz. Ruth's story shows us that waiting is not passive. It's purposeful. She didn't chase after Boaz, nor did she let loneliness make her desperate. Instead, she focused on becoming a woman of character, service, and faith. Her preparation met God's perfect timing, proving that when you commit to growth and obedience in your waiting season, you won't have to force what God has already aligned for you. Let your waiting be a season of becoming, not just expecting. Here's a few questions I want to ask that you can journal. What are you doing in this season to grow emotionally, spiritually, and mentally? And if your husband showed up tomorrow, would you be ready for the responsibilities of marriage? Here's a word of encouragement. God isn't delaying it. He's developing you. Now, let's move on to number two, how to wait well. Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Your joy cannot be tied to a relationship status. I think I need to say that again. Your joy cannot be tied to a relationship status. If you can't find peace in singleness, you won't magically find it in marriage. Let's look at Esther as our biblical example. Esther spent a year in preparation before stepping into her role as queen. She didn't rush the process. She allowed herself to be refined, so when the time came, she was ready. Esther's waiting season wasn't wasted. It was a time of transformation. She didn't fight for a position. She trusted the process of refinement. When you wait well, your heart shifts from acting out of desperation to moving in divine alignment. Instead of scrambling to make something happen, you rest in knowing that God is preparing both you and your promise. Devotion in the waiting season protects you from settling, ensuring that when the door opens, you'll walk through it with confidence, grace, and purpose. Imagine a woman named Jessica. She's constantly scrolling through wedding hashtags, frustrated with her singleness. But what if she took that same energy and invested in personal growth, her faith, finances, health, and emotional well-being? By shifting her focus from waiting on a man to waiting in God's presence, she becomes whole within. And trust me, that's what you want. Here are some more questions you can answer as you journal. How can you shift your mindset from waiting for something to preparing for something? And what areas of your life need development before stepping into marriage? Let's move on to number 3. Signs you're ready for God's best. Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." You are already a wife before you're a wife. Yes, you are. And that's why I coined the slogan, a wife in waiting. Your character, habits, and relationship with God determine whether you're ready. I once coached a woman who desperately wanted to be married, but she struggled with insecurity, unhealed wounds, and an inconsistent prayer life. As she focused on healing, strengthening her faith, and embracing her identity in Christ, she saw doors open, not just in relationships, but in every area of her life. For our biblical example, let's look at the Proverbs 31 woman. She wasn't just a wife. She was a woman of strength, wisdom, and purpose before marriage. The Proverbs 31 woman teaches us that becoming a wife starts long before marriage. She didn't wait for her husband to activate her purpose. She was already walking in it. Her diligence, faith, and ability to steward her responsibilities were indicators that she was ready for more. Readiness isn't about perfection. It's about preparation. If you're constantly growing in faith, managing your emotions with wisdom, and building a life that honors God, you're already stepping into the qualities of a godly wife. Marriage doesn't make you a wife. Your character does. Ooh. Let me push play, repeat, and rewind. Marriage doesn't make you a wife. Your character does. The question is, are you positioning yourself as the woman God has called you to be, so that when his best arrives, you'll recognize him? Yes, got to be able to recognize him. So here are a few more questions for you to write and journal out. What habits or mindsets do you need to develop to step into your next season with confidence? And are you truly emotionally available? Or are you expecting marriage to fix your loneliness? Here's a word of encouragement. God's best is not found in desperation. It's found in devotion. Yes, it is. So, number 4, what to do while you wait? Yes, that's the question. What to do while you wait? Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Your waiting season is your becoming season. And the question is, who are you becoming? Here are some practical steps for you to become the godly wife that you've already been created to be. 1, deepen your relationship with God. Your husband should complement, not complete you. Number 2, heal from past hurts. Don't bring old baggage into a new blessing. And number 3, build a joyful, purpose-filled life now. Marriage should add to your joy, not be the source of it. Yes, it should add to your joy, not be the source of it. Here's an exercise before I wrap this up. Write down 3 areas of growth you want to focus on before marriage. Pray over them daily and invite God to shape you inwardly, because when he shapes you inwardly, it will reflect outwardly. Hey friend, I know the wait can feel long, but God is not withholding a blessing. He's building you for the blessing. Listen, if today's message spoke to you, I have something that will take you even deeper. My 31-day Wife-In-Waiting Devotional and Prayer Guide is designed to help you become the woman God created you to be while preparing your heart for the one He's sending. This isn't just another devotional. Absolutely not. It's a transformational journey of prayer, reflection, and preparation. Inside this guide, you'll discover powerful daily scriptures to strengthen your faith, heartfelt prayers to align your desires with God's will, practical reflection questions to help you grow in wisdom and purpose. So, if you're serious about preparing for your God-ordained marriage while deepening your relationship with Christ, this devotional is just for you. Download your copy now. Click the link in the description and start your journey today. And before you go, subscribe for more faith-based relationship content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And always remember, you are worthy of a covenant marriage and not just a convenient relationship. Until next time, I'm Dr. Patricia Shaw, your resident relationship coach. Take care.